What is up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and watching. A big thanks to all you guys to watch the Life as a Hotel Night Auditor video. I really didn't know that many people were interested in, hotel work, being a night auditor. But we're going to get right into this video. I'm going to show you the flip side, working at a hood hotel, show you some of the bullshit that comes with working at hotels like this. Honestly, the one that I'm at tonight is not that bad. I've been at much, much worse hood hotels, much, much worse. So I'm gonna show you the pros, the cons, and as far as the actual night audit procedure, it's a lot simpler. Exchange information with the previous shift, count your register, boom, that's it till 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, the night audit is super simple. Click a button, email about 7 reports, and that's it for the night. You're done. The rest of the stuff is just dealing with the bullshit. And like I said, I'm going to go over that stuff with you, so stay tuned.
Like, this is how you know it's hood. When they lock the door, and then you gotta check in through this motherfucker right here.
Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That's when you know you in the motherfucking hood. Alright guys, before we went too far into this video, I just wanted to actually give credit to this particular hotel because, like I said, this is hood, but it's not. These rooms are actually really fucking nice. Other hood hotels I worked at, I won't say the name. Shit, I might. Some of the Days Inns and, Red Roof Inns and shit like that. The real hood hotels, if you work at one of those hotels, as soon as somebody checks in, they're gonna be coming back to the desk in like 2 minutes saying the room smells like smoke, there are bed bugs everywhere, there's dust on the counter, and a whole list of other things that should be common sense when a housekeeper cleans the room. Even the AC, they're gonna be like, the AC is leaking water, the carpet's wet, it's damp, So I do want to give props to this hotel because, like I said, I worked at way worse hood hotels, and like I say, this one is hood, but the rooms are actually nice as hell. So let me just clarify that. I don't want to completely mislead you guys. The rooms are actually nice at this particular property that I worked, but I worked at worse, and I guarantee you, those, as soon as the regular guests check in, I'm not talking about the drug dealers or the prostitutes, but as soon as the regular people check in, you think they would know better. But as soon as they check in, 2 minutes after they check in, they're going to be like, yo, I want a refund. Get me the fuck out of here.
All right, now we're going to try to get straight into it. Some of the pros. Some of the pros working at a hood hotel, you can wear what you want to wear. Bring your kids to work. Honestly, the pay is about the same as a big hotel. I worked at 5 Diamond, 3-star resorts. I worked at every type of fucking hotel there is. Which brings up another thing. You always want to keep good relations with your managers, especially the owners. The owners above anything else. You keep a good relationship with the owners, those are the key people you want to keep good relationships with, because you will never be without work or without a job if you keep that in mind. But some of the other pros, like I said, you can sleep at night because this is like a motel. Most of the hood hotels are like motel setup, where the front office where you check in is on the inside, and most of the rooms are on the outside. So the doors are locked. So if anyone needs anything, they're gonna have to call the office or either come ring the bell at the lobby. And so that's some of the pros. One of the other things is, certain hotels, you kind of have to bite your tongue with guests. But at the hood hotels, when guests get out of line, you can tell them, what they don't want to hear. You can say what the fuck you feel.
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
You can even be a little vulgar, say it how the fuck you want to say it. Because, your manager knows what type of people you're dealing with. And so those are really a lot of the pros that you're dealing with when you work at a hood hotel. Now we're going to get to some of the cons. I wrote a few notes, so you see my head going like this, I'm kind of looking at my notes. But some of the cons are the prostitutes, the crackheads, the drug dealers. You're going to get a lot of noise complaints. There'll be a lot of underage guests trying to check in too with fake IDs and whatnot. You get the penny pinchers. They think just because you look like a hood hotel that they're gonna come in and get a room for $30 a night and some bullshit. Especially when it's late at night. They're like, oh, it's 2:00. Come on, give me the room for $40. No, bitch. It don't work that way. I hate when I say when I talk. But a lot of things you deal with, your manager knows, and they'll usually let you know, like, hey, it's okay to turn away certain guests. Like, if a guest looks like a drug dealer, a prostitute, a crackhead, they'll give you the okay, like, don't sell them a room. And typically these type of properties, we have a do not sell or do not rent list. And so if their name is on that list, we don't sell them a fucking room. And it's either because, they've been caught with drugs on the property, they've been caught prostituting, or, they've been caught doing something. And so we don't sell them or rent them a room at all. And a lot of times, even when they are on that list, they'll try to be sneaky, get a friend or someone to put the room in their name. But, usually they don't have fucking common sense. They can't stay in a room and just stay to themselves. It's just like they got to keep popping up outside. So eventually, even when they try to sneak in, it's like you still notice their face. And the type of person I am is like, you stay out of my way, I'm not gonna fuck with you. But if you're causing a disturbance, sometimes it's just they fuck themselves. And so it's like me, I don't fuck with you unless you fuck with me, or unless you fuck with the guests around you. If the guests are calling me about noise complaints, guess what, bitch, you're bothering me. And so now I'm gonna kick you off the fucking property because you're making my night harder. And guess what? I don't want to deal with that. I always believe in work smarter, not harder. And like I said, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. So even if you are on here, selling ass, selling drugs, 9 times out of 10, the front desk person, the overnight person is not going to know until you bring attention to yourself. When you have, 5, 10 people in and out all night, especially when they're playing loud music, and it's just something about ghetto motherfuckers. They got to be loud. Like, they have got to be loud. Like, they get out the car just loud as fuck, drawing attention to themselves. And it's not that I'm looking for them, but, if I'm in the office and a motherfucker I can hear you from the back office. You're drawing attention to yourself. So I look at the camera, I can't help but notice you getting out the car in a thong, stumbling over yourself like you're drunk. Or, I can't help but notice, you smoking and handing someone a pack and shit. They bring attention to themselves, But that's really the cons. The prostitutes, crackheads, and drug dealers. And it's trips me out because a lot of these people, the stuff that they're doing, you're going to make more money just working a 9-to-5 job. And then the conditions that you're staying in, you're in a room with 5 people, 5 motherfuckers that can barely pay the night. And so it's just like a lot of these people that are doing those things is like, dude, get a regular job. You'll come out a lot fucking better.
This is one of them crackheads, but like I said, he ain't bothering me. He ain't bothering no other guests. So guess what? I'm not gonna fuck with him.
And honestly, guys, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but that's going to be the majority of the issues you're going to have. Like I did say, if this was one of my other properties that I work at, you're going to have a lot more issues with the rooms themselves. The rooms, and most of the other hood properties, like I said, like Days Inn, a guest walks in, they walk into a patch of cigarette smoke. They walk into a filthy carpet, a filthy bathtub, and yes, they have housekeepers. They have head housekeepers. They get paid. Yes, they get paid. Why they don't do their job, I don't know. Why the GM doesn't get on them. Why the GM doesn't fix the problem. Why the GM doesn't, renovate the rooms, I don't know. But in like the worst hotels, you're going to be dealing with that. And like I said, a lot of people know what they're getting. But let's just say like some people don't know what they're getting. So like a family traveling somewhere, last minute plans, whatever, they hear Days Inn or whatever. They pull up the Days Inn, sounds kind of reputable, but as soon as they walk in the room, it's shitty. And, those type of places, I'm just using that as an example, but I've worked at much, much, much worse, but those type of places, people, as soon as they check in, they're going to want a refund. And most people, like the drug dealers, the prostitutes, they know what they're getting. They not really tripping. They just need somewhere to lay on their back, make some money, or they just need a trap house. But like the regular people, that shit doesn't fly. And like I said, for the life of me, I can't tell you why, the owners don't fix the problem. And I know they know. They know that, hey, they know the type of clientele they're going to get, and they're cool with it. That's their thing. They don't want to cater to the bougie, which is cool. It's somebody for everybody. And also, like I said, this property really isn't too bad, but the other properties, it's at least 3 to 5 times a week. If I work there full time, that 3 to 5 times a week, you're calling police on the most stupid shit. And sometimes it could be domestic shit or just the dumbest shit. Somebody smoking in the room and you told them not to, and you can easily smell it from 5 doors down. But it just be stupid shit. Also, some of the hotels like that, they have breakfast, and depending on the area you're in, you're gonna get a lot of locals that sneak in to steal breakfast. And some of you be surprised. Some of them are like, well-dressed gentlemen, women, well-dressed, sneaking in every day stealing breakfast. Because most hotels get the free breakfast, and like, that's the craziest shit. And I'm just like, you doing all this for some fucking eggs and bacon? And it's not like I try to be like, super employee, but when these people are coming in, taking shitload of plates, they're making it harder for the breakfast person. And so the breakfast person is having to put out more food. And, it's a crazy story. It's been a few times, I've stopped them. I'm like, hey, don't come back here. Put that shit back. And, it's been like nearly physical altercations. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to get into no physical altercation. Not for this bullshit money they pay me. But, it's funny though. They act like you're doing something wrong by telling them, if you're not a guest here, get off the fucking property. Stop taking the fucking plates and shit. And like I said, I don't really give a fuck. But like, if the breakfast person is telling me like, yo, I keep having to put out, more food every morning because all these people that ain't guests coming here taking food, then that creates a problem. Like I say, as long as you don't fuck with me, I don't give a fuck. But when it starts, affecting my job, then that's when I have to step in and say something. But like I say, it's been, a few guys literally wanted to fight. And, I'm a big guy, but, if they hit me, I'm going to defend myself. But for the most part, it's like, I'm not about to fight you. I'm going to call the cops, But, honestly, me, like I said, if it was up to me, working at Five Diamond or a place like this, I'm going to choose this every day because you can't beat getting paid to come to work and sleep and, watching YouTube and going to sleep. And don't get me wrong, when I say the pay's the same, don't get me wrong, the big hotels, a couple dollars more. But, after taxes and everything, it's not much of a difference. And the way I look at it is like, yo, I'm coming to work to pretty much go to sleep. And so it's like when I leave here, I'm well rested. And so if I want to, I can go do Uber for an hour or two and make up the difference of what I'd be making at a bigger hotel. But to each his own. Some people, they can't handle, the drug dealers, prostitutes, and the crackheads, even a place like this, the door is locked. But, some people, even though that the doors they're separating in them, it's just too stressful, and I don't blame them. But to each his own. I hate when I say I feel like I'm leaving out so much, but if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. But I just wanted to share this video because, like I said, I was really shocked the other video had so many people watching, and so I was like, well, let me show you the flip side also. Working in one of the not so bright hotels. I still work at 2 to 3 properties. Like I said, it's good to have relationships. Good to have relationships. You'll never be out of work. But we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. And we out.